Alright, so we are finally back into another Dragon Ball Super card game video. Yeah, there's some new cards. It's been a minute, and it's been a minute since I made a video, but been working on a lot of stuff, right, and I'm back on the grind of making a lot of deck profiles, that is. If you didn't catch my community tab post here saying what you guys want, definitely go take a look on that. I know a lot of people don't get the notifications for it. Definitely use that bell so that way you can actually see the stuff that I post out, and then help and vote. I'm gonna comment and respond to as much as I can. I'm working on a lot of different things. I'm working on the Oob deck, I'm working on a green Vegeto deck, the Mass Saiyan deck, a lot of different things. Okay, so watch out for that. Definitely subscribe if you are new, and definitely tune in for a lot of other things. Working on a lot of things behind the scenes as far as regionals go, and some other things as well. Also, we just had a Discord untapped tourney for one of our stage 0 mats, which you can see here. So if you want to actually participate in that in the future, definitely join the Discord in the description below, as I will be adding more and more designs every so often. Anyway, so to the point of the video. So we have some new information on the draft box that is coming in 2019. Wow, it is 2019 already. In September, that's going to be $100, just like every other draft set, but this one is specifically going to be modeled or at least designed for draft play. So if you the quick thing here is the 280 cards, but if you scroll down here, it says 24 booster packs, of course, and then 72 classic reprints and 103 brand new cards. That's gonna be a lot. Like when we really think about it, that's gonna be a lot. That's almost a regular set. And set 7, I do believe, is coming out. I don't know if it'll yeah, it's here. Comes out in August. So we're gonna have August, and then right after that, the next month, we're gonna have September. We have no information on set 7 yet, but we do have it on Draftbox. And that is because of Origins. So if you haven't been paying attention to the regional schedule and event schedule and stuff like that, I do believe this is coming from Origins. I don't think the Facebook page for Dragon Ball Super Card Game Group or the official one has posted this just yet, but I can almost guarantee you this doesn't look fake. Like that's one thing. And then if you compare it to last year and as well as the previous events, this is the same exact format as well as text and everything else like that. So I will reserve the saying of like this might be fake or it might be a little non-real or some misinformation, but I highly doubt it. So if we really take a look here, there's a lot of different cards at the bottom that we can't really read, but we can kind of see what support is given to a lot of different archetypes. The other thing is that we have this new blue Vegeta that is all colors basically. Well, that's a lot to think about, and it's gonna put out a lot of different, I don't know if it's gonna be creative ideas, but there's gonna be a lot of jam-packed stuff. When we have these type of leaders like Red Vegeto and this one, it's very hard to pinpoint something that's really good about it, because on paper, and I'll get into it a little bit more, it's a little lackluster, but also very good, if that makes sense. And then we have this new 4-drop Goku, and then this new Great Ape type thing. Before we go into those, if we look and scroll or zoom, that is, we have this new Jiren card that they don't really want to show what it is, but it is a 1-drop. You can see Universe 7. Almost looks like a 7, but I do believe that's 11. I don't see why it would be a card that would be 11. And if you notice over here, we have some more multicolored cards. Looks like they're sticking to the 4-drop cost. We're gonna see a lot more in set 7, which is what I always think of, like the expansion set. If you look at the prices right now, the one with the multicolored, it is kind of cheap. Like if you haven't picked up play sets of that already, I would highly recommend to do that, because we are going to get some more support here, and as well as support in set 7. But because Jiren and Universe 11 is already yellow, you can see over here the King Vegeta yellow and red card is actually pretty interesting to see, because they're probably going to have some more cards that are linking to each other for that archetype, and as well as just the colors. I don't know what this is. I can't make that one out. It's Savage Strongman. I can't really read any of this. Looks like a activate main once per turn, an auto 3-drop 19k. They're still printing out these 19Ks, even though Child's Wish is banned, but they probably designed these before the time that Child's Wish got banned anyway, so you never know. And then we have the Son Goku and Vegeta Satan Bonds. This is 20k for 4 cost. Looks like they have Union Batora. This looks like I can't say that this is specifically a Union Batora or something else like that. I can almost I don't want to guarantee, but I almost think that this is some sort of new keyword or something to do with alliance slash arrival type thing. I would have to peg it on arrival, because you can kind of make it out that this is arrival red green and then pay 1 red, and this is arrival blue yellow, pay blue yellow. This looks like a double strike maybe, or a quadruple strike. I don't know. That's kind of long. And it says when you play this card, you can kind of make this one out. When you play this card, draw 1 card. Then something else. I can't really read that, but very, very, very cool. You know, it's a Saiyan card, searchable by Kind Saiyan Goku. You know, because it has Son Goku in it, etc., etc. And then we have some Champa and Beerus, red green. If you haven't been messing with the multicolored cards with Champa, it's actually been pretty good. He has some merit to it, and a 4 cost, which is where the game wants to be and wants to end, and play some big cards. This is pretty much perfect. And yeah, you do have to pay the red green, or just pay whatever cost this is. It looks like a rival for 1 red, and it might be something else. I really can't. I can't say. I can't make this out. This is just too much. But this does look like it gains like triple strike or double strike, so that's cool. And then we have this King Vegeta and Vegeta card, it looks like. So father and son type thing. Royal backbone, maybe? I can't make that out. Can't make it out. Maybe if I zoom out a little bit more. Nope, that didn't help at all. Okay, and then we have maybe a rival, probably. I don't know. This is another M2 card, so red and green, most likely, since we are seeing this red and green already in the current expansion, and as well as in this set. Another field card, auto, and then activate main. So I'd imagine it's a counterpart to Planet M2, but more focusing on like Rildo, or I don't know, the vanilla that it plays out. Who knows? And as it says, card and text are in development. It may change. Okay. Niagara drop. I don't know. That might be a reference to fighters. Like that is one of Vegeta's moves as a Super Saiyan Blue. I don't know where that coined from, maybe from the manga. So that's pretty cool. This one looks like a activate main, maybe activate battle. A 2-drop activate battle might make a little bit more sense, but that's cool. And then Birding Slash, this looks like a counter attack. So maybe negate the attack, and it says a permanent. Maybe it's like if your leader card is a Black Saiyan, this is free. That would be pretty cool. I don't know. All right, the ones that we already know. So we'll come back to this, because there's a lot to go over for that one. But this is a 4-drop counter attack card. I don't know. Counterplay, maybe. That's really rough. There's only a number of green text ones that we have. So we have, I do believe, counterplay, counterattack, maybe a couple other ones, but this one says when you play this card, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier and returning to his hand, and if it's your opponent's turn, draw 1 card. So there's a permanent here, which probably reduces this by 2 if your leader card is a Universe 7 or something like that. This is a Universe 7. It is a Master Ultra Instinct Goku, so it all makes sense. I don't think there's any evolved targets that we have to worry about for this. I don't think there's anything, you know, I don't think it's gonna be as busted as we think, but this is pretty cool as another, if I had to guess, another counterplay card, because it looks like it's a counter and then play this card and then counter something. I don't know, but pretty cool. So it's ignoring barrier, returning their hand, and if it's their turn, draw 1. So probably another answer for a lot of barrier cards. We've been getting a lot of those for the last couple sets, starting with Clash of Fate, and it's really good to see. You know, it's a lot of stuff to answer HOM. It's a lot of stuff to answer like control decks that you don't really have much removal for. So I would say this is a pretty good addition. And then we have this one. It's pretty interesting. You activate main. You send this card from your drop area to your warp and draw 2 cards. So this guy is a 0 cost 5k, and he is a great ape. So I would assume he is an ape and a Saiyan. So it is searchable, so that's pretty cool. Always watch out for the searchable ones. And then of course you can just go ahead and activate main, draw 2 cards. I don't know if it's worth doing that. It'd be pretty cool to see in black decks. A lot of black decks and leaders, excluding the mirrors, require like black cards to be in the drop and warp. So I don't know if it's gonna help too much for that. I don't know if it's really beneficial and the max value to pay 2 to draw 2. There's a lot of things that actually do that, and I don't think that's actually that great, but I could be wrong. This is a very interesting card. This one might not see too much play, but it's pretty cool. Now, the Vegeta, which is what everybody's gonna be talking about. I made a video way back when saying, you know, they have to be careful with multicolored leaders, right? And if you haven't checked that one, definitely take a look, take a listen. Who knows what they're gonna go with after this? But as it stands, this one looks like a 10K on the front side. Looks like critical, maybe. I would have to assume that it is, because that's what Vegeta's thing ever since the inception of the game. And then we have the permanent saying that this is a red, green, and yellow card, including the blue color that it has. And if it's your turn and your opponent's leader card's back is facing up, as in if it's awakened or wished up, I guess, this gains 5k power, so it's a 15k critical if they are awakened, basically. This one looks like a draw 2 cards and flip this over. I would have to assume that is. Looks like it. Well, actually, no, you know what? That looks like energy. So that might be draw 1 and then flip 1. So pretty cool. And then we have Vegeta Furious Awakening. So this guy is, again, red, green, yellow, and blue. So that means he has access to literally everything except for anything black. He only draws 1 card on the back. So this one probably will be, and again, that's what I was saying, they have to be careful with it. This is probably going to be the only leader card that we will see. I would see, okay, let me back up. So I think this is the only leader card that we'll see that is multicolored, but I also think if they are going to make more, I don't think by the end of the year they will make any more than 2, if that makes sense. So I think this is the only leader card they'll make for sure, but also if they make more, I don't think they'll make more than 2 in total. So from set 7 to 8, I'll be glad to eat my words on that one, but you again, I'm pretty sure they have to be very careful with this. Now, if we take a look at all the cards that he has access to, that's where it kind of gets a little bit weird. Let's get weird with it, you know, because he has access to active image. He is a Saiyan, so he has access to unending awakening. He also has access to transitive strike. Is all you got. We have access to all the old super combos and the new ones. Obviously can't use this one, but we can use the regular super combos here. You have access to the double shot, and as well as every single color, a Freehan double shot, basically. So, you know, if you wanted to have a pretty cool combo, you can always use like Zeno button, because he is a blue leader, and then into comboing out every single one of the combo free cards. So that's probably going to be the first thing I'll make. I'll gonna be real with you, and that's pretty cool. We have cards like Phillips Pan that's going to boost him and give him that 5k and double strike. And then we have a few other things. I don't know if there's anything else. Like there's small stuff like the Vegeta, and as well as the Kappa that gains the 5k. We still have the championship cards that have this. This one does not work. So again, this is one of the things that we talked about way back when in set 6, which wasn't that long ago. It says if your leader card is a Saiyan and is red in no other color, so obviously we can't use this card anymore on this one. So there you go. That's where the whatchamacallit comes in, the future dude, I don't know, okay. I don't know what I'm saying, it's been too long. Future proof, there you go. Then we have Dimension Magic, and then we have Spirit Sword. We have like all the staple stuff. Unyielding at 1, which is still pretty good. You know, we still have this one. If your leader card is a blue card with the new the new set coming out, this one still counts because it doesn't say your leader card is blue and no other color, so you can still use the UI Goku combo for that one. And then we have leader card is green, so on and so forth. Like we have a lot of cool stuff. I would say again, it's an okay leader when you really look at it, but the real issue here, which will leader card is yellow. If we take a look at these real quick before we close this one out, obviously Shigesh, I mean, and there's not that's just something I don't need to really mention. We have the new Kaba if your leader card is yellow, and then we have Frieza. I guess that would be pretty cool. A Stully control deck, right? Now the downside of this is that now it literally has every single answer to it. That means from Kronoa, that means to Dende, if, I mean, it doesn't really matter. Dende could be used against anything else. That means Tau, right? That means, what else do we have? Haru. That means, I feel like there's one more. Oh yeah, TN. So that is shitty, right? Because you want to use Dimension Magic, you want to use Sense of Being, you want to use all these other ones to untap, and you want to use these other things. But Haru and TN in the same deck, against the same deck, I don't know how viable it's going to be on a competitive level. So I think he is going to be very, very interesting to see as far as deck building and as well as theory crafting, but I really don't know on a competitive basis. I think I'm going to have a lot of fun with him, and as well as all these other cards. But what I want to hear is from you guys. What do you think about all these cards that we see? Did I miss anything? Did I miss any combos or anything like that? Definitely feel free to join the Discord and chat it up as far as these cards go and everything else. Definitely subscribe if you are new, because I do have other stuff coming within the next week. I'm going to work hard on that stuff. And thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Later.